According to China's Beijing News, on August 28, some parents reported that the teachers of Jiaisheng School in Human, Dongguan charged lunch break fees. Among them, the table nap fee is 200 yuan for one semester, which caused heated discussions. On August 29, the staff of the school said that this was indeed the case, and the fees were charged in accordance with the relevant documents issued by the Dongguan Education Bureau. The staff of the Dongguan Education Bureau said that if parents have any opinions, they can call to reflect. The staff of the Dongguan Municipal Development and Reform Bureau said that the school's fees are reasonable, mainly considering the cost of the teacher's care at noon. A screenshot of a group chat in which a school teacher charges for lunch breaks shows, sleeping on your stomach, 200 yuan per student per period. Lying flat on the classroom lunch break mat, 360 yuan per student per period, and beds in the lunch break room, 680 yuan per student per period. Please read carefully and choose voluntarily. There is also a fee for students lying on their desks to take a nap in the morning, which really breaks through people's cognition. Although such fees are endorsed by documents, they are difficult to scrutinize, and it is also difficult not to make people feel that the relevant parties have set up fees under a clever name. The document mentioned by the school teachers should be the Notice on the Charge Standards for After-School Services in the Compulsory Education Stage in Our City, jointly issued by the Dongguan City Development and Reform Bureau, the Finance Bureau and the Education Bureau in March this year, which stipulates that there is no fixed bed 2 yuan per student per day. 3 yuan per student per day for those who do not have a fixed bed, including desks and chairs with flat-lying function, use of quilts, etc. 5 yuan per day for each student with a fixed bed. In the interpretation of the annex to the document, it is clearly stated that this is the highest standard of fees, and students from families with financial difficulties should be exempted from fees. The school charges lunch break fees, which is nothing more than to bear the cost of material resources and manpower. It seems reasonable, but a soul torture is, if some students fail to pay the money, can't they sleep on their stomachs on the desks in the classroom? For students who use the lunch break room or the lunch break mat, it seems understandable to charge students for the use of the lunch break facilities provided by the school. But for students who lie on the table and take a nap, the school does not have additional expenses on facilities, and it is obviously unreasonable to ask them to pay for lunch breaks. As for the explanation of the staff of the Dongguan City Development and Reform Bureau that mainly considers the teachers' nursing expenses, it is also difficult to be consistent logically. It is the school's responsibility to ensure the safety of students while at school. Students taking lunch breaks in the classroom may increase the workload of teachers. And some teachers should be given some subsidies at the expense of some teachers' rest time. But this should be a matter between the education authorities, schools and teachers. In any case, This money should not be paid for by students who take a nap at the table. A search found that this is not the first time that controversy has arisen over lunch break fees. In September 2012, Luoyang No. 55 Middle School caused controversy because it charged students 8 yuan for lunch breaks every month. In the end, the school refunded the lunch break fees and suspended the relevant responsible persons. The reason given by the school at that time was, wrong. Read the relevant policies. Check the 2023 National Development and Reform Commission and the Ministry of Education's Notice on Regulating Primary and Secondary School Service Charges and Management of Charges. There is no content about lunch break charges in the document, but in Dongguan's local regulations, there is lunch break fee. It is unclear whether this is a misinterpretation of the policy, or a coincidence of designation. Returning to the nap at the table itself, there is another problem that cannot be ignored. From the perspective of medical common sense, taking a nap while lying on a desk is unhealthy for blood circulation, shoulders, neck and spine. For many students, it may be a helpless move. And the school actually wants students to pay for it, which sounds really cruel.